Welcome back to Embers, the video podcast dedicated to making you think and helping you learn things. I'm your host, Dr. Ember, and today we're diving into a topic that affects millions: anxiety. Now, I personally suffer from anxiety, and I know how debilitating this can be. If you've ever felt that throat clenching, chest grabbing sensation that threatens to make you hyperventilate, you're not alone. Today, we'll explore effective breathing techniques that can help you regain control when anxiety strikes. So, grab a pen and paper. You're going to want to take notes. Grab a comfy seat, and let's breathe our way to calm together. Now, anxiety is something that we all experience in varying degrees. It's our body's natural fight or flight response, designed to protect us from danger. My name's Dr. Ember, and I'm going to be your host for today's Tips for a Magical Life here on Ember's video podcast. Now, today we're going to actually talk about an exercise you can do in the comfort of your own home or wherever it is you are that will help reduce the symptoms of anxiety. Now, I suffer from anxiety, and it can truly be overwhelming. I am in no means an expert on what to do to get rid of it. However, I use this technique every time I start to have issues with anxiety. You see, when our body's natural fight or flight response kicks in, it is designed to protect us from danger. But when this response goes haywire, it feels overwhelming and debilitating. That's what anxiety is. Now, while medication can certainly play a role in managing severe anxiety, this simple yet powerful breathing technique makes a significant difference. And it's my go-to at all times. So let's really unpack what anxiety is. It's completely normal to feel anxious in certain situations, like public speaking or taking an exam. But understanding that your heart may race and your palms may sweat doesn't mean you're in real danger. Remember, even though it feels intense, you're probably not going to die from anxiety. Now, when I have an anxiety attack, that's exactly what happens. I feel like my throat is going to close up, my palms are sweating, my heart is racing. It is one of the most intense feelings I've ever had. And it usually happens when I'm around too many people. It's called social anxiety. Now, when anxiety does hit, instead of letting panic take over, try this. Stop and stay. Resist the urge to escape the situation. Instead, ground yourself, simply by focusing on something stable in your environment. Perhaps it's a light fixture or a clock. This helps bring your awareness back to the present moment. The more you are aware of the present moment, the more you can interact in the present moment. Now, the next thing is you actually do have to breathe. Breathing is essential for living. And actually, it's our most vital tool during an anxiety attack. When your heart races and your breath quickens, you might be taking in too much oxygen, which can lead to dizziness or tingling sensations. So here's a technique. Close your mouth and inhale slowly through your nose, filling your chest with air. Then, exhale gently through your mouth. This simple act of deep breathing can help restore balance very quickly within you. Just keep breathing in through the nose, exhale gently through the mouth, staying focused on a fixed point, like a light fixture or a clock. Now, if deep breathing is not cutting it, okay, and sometimes that does happen, change it up just a little bit. Try holding your breath for a moment. I know, it seems really counterintuitive, but by momentarily restricting the oxygen flow, you give your body a chance to catch up with itself. After a few seconds, exhale slowly and then resume deep breathing. So what I like to do is I will actually go ahead and breathe in for a count of 5, as much as I possibly can from my diaphragm, just deep breathing in through the nose, mouth shut. And then I'll hold it for a count of 4. And then I'll exhale for a count of 5. And I'll keep doing that over and over and over again. And it really does calm me down. Of course, practice is the key, just like any other skill. And deep breathing does take time to master. Unfortunately, in the middle of an anxiety attack is not when you want to try a new skill. But if you work on this when you don't have an anxiety attack, when you do have one, it actually is a lifesaver. Aim for 10 minutes each day to practice this technique when you're not feeling anxious. Find a comfortable position and focus on just pulling air all the way down into your lungs. Imagine how a baby breathes or a professional singer. That's what you're going to want to do here. Now, here's a golden nugget of info that you may or may not know. Be mindful of your everyday breathing habits. You see, many of us have adopted shallow breathing patterns that contribute to feelings of anxiety. When I realized I was doing this, I was floored. When practicing normal breathing, focus on using your diaphragm just like a baby does. That's actually how you get out of that. And it makes it so much easier when you're struggling to gain control of what's going on inside you. And did you know that studies show by practicing deep breathing, it can significantly lower stress levels and improve overall well-being in the body? Think of it like this. It's a reset button for your mind and your body. Very easy to do, and you don't have to carry anything. As the renowned psychologist Dr. Andrew Weil says, breathing is the master key to calming the mind. Isn't that empowering? So today we've learned how to manage anxiety through intentional breathing. Remember, recognize what anxiety is. Stop and stay when panic arises. Breathe deeply and slowly, and practice regularly, even outside of anxious moments, especially outside of anxious moments. By integrating these techniques into your daily routine, you equip yourself with tools that can help you regain control when anxiety threatens to overwhelm. Thank you so very much for joining me on this episode of Ember's video podcast, Tips for a Magical Life. I hope these insights inspire you to take charge of your anxiety through mindful breathing. Now, if you found this episode helpful, I'm very sure someone you know that has anxiety is going to find it helpful too. If you would, please like, subscribe, and share it out. because we're all in this together. And I promise we could all use a calmer life. Until next time, my friends, love and light, peace and progress. Breathe deeply and stay present. I'm out.